Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutted, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know Adam, put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon, FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Start Sit Show. I am Eric Vanek. I am joined by Matty Kiwoom, T-Rock, and our special guest, Alan Seslowski again. Appreciate everybody for coming in today. It is week 8. It's by Mageddon. All our rosters are in complete disarray. Like, I was telling Matty pre-show, like, hey, you got a pulse? You're in, buddy. So, yeah, we're starting up basically anybody who's got a pulse. And, yeah, how about you guys? How you guys doing this weekend?
It's been better. For fantasy-wise, it's been better. But, you know, we trudge along. We get through this.
Yeah, for sure.
The last-minute Drake London inactive stuff caught me off guard. I'm going to eat a 0 in a couple leagues that don't allow first-come, first-served pickups.
Yeah, he got on the injury report last night, I believe. So something happened in practice or something. So that's where that came from.
Bullshit. My teams are already in the shitter, so it's just par for the course. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how many guys are on bye. All my teams are like 3-3 or 2-5, some bullshit. So it's not been a great year. So
Black Bill T-Rock, I hate to see it.
Yeah, it is. Maybe it could turn around. Maybe it can get worse. Who knows? So.
How about
National Tight End Day too? Yeah. Hopefully, we got all our parlays in.
Oh yeah.
But the books see you should not bet tight ends on National Tight End Day. The books
I know
kill the odds, right?
They did kill the odds.
They did. They smoked them down. But
what is that? My wife she's a casual football fan, but she's into it. She knows the storylines. She's like, what is this? Like, what is National Tight End Day? Like, what is the purpose of it?
But Alan, I feel like the last couple of years they've still outperformed, all the expectations, which has been absolutely insane. So
last year and the last 15 years, it was the most catches, yards, tight ends by a tight end group in history.
Right, but the books adjust. We know that.
They did for sure.
Yeah,
they did.
I was talking to Johnny, our college podcast guy that's on our feed, and was doing DraftKings ones, and if he took a Kittle, a Kelsey, one of the big tight ends, it would only let him do 3 legs. It wouldn't let him do any more than that. So they're already limiting you on that, which is kind of bullshit. But thank God on FanDuel I got my 5s and 6s in there before they limited any of that stuff. So all right, let's get into it, guys. We got a few questions in the chat. If you do have any questions, please fire them away in the chat. We will get through them today. There's going to be a ton of them with, lots of injuries that just popped up within the last day or two, like Penix, Drake London, A.J. Brown. The list goes on and on and on here. So,
was the Penix thing a, quote, soft benching? That's everyone's favorite term nowadays?
No, he has a legit bone bruise.
So you're saying his bone, it was when you say penix, soft benching.
Soft penix injury.
Yes, and his bone,
Yeah,
it's tough. Get that guy a Blue Chew.
That's
right.
Right.
There you go.
We'll
take their sponsor for
I'm
sure.
a Rose Sparks man myself.
Jeez. All right, here we go. Jeremy's first up here. He's got Pollard or Butte in a 0.5 PPR, hoping my fantasy team can give me some hope, unlike my Jets. Well, Allen's the same way. He needs some hope like his Jets do, too. So, Pollard or Butte, who we got here, Allen?
Well, I mean, I hate to use another fantasy football cliche, but this is the classic floor upside decision, right, guys? So if you need 10 points, Pollard will give you 10 points. If you need 15 points, Pollard will still give you 10 points. So if you need 16 or 17, Boutte is your guy. If you're cool with just getting your 8 to 10 points, Pollard's your man. So if it's my team, I'm always shooting for upside here. I'll go Boutte, but knowing that could be like a 3.
All right, T-Rock, how about you? Who you got?
This is tough because the Titans are projected the least amount of points this week. Tyjae Spears, I think it's a true 50-50 share now. But Boutte is going up against Denzel Ward. So I think it's going to be very, very tough either way. I agree with a lot what Alan was saying. Just give me Boutte, just hoping that he gets a couple of catches. I think he can convert more out of like 2 or 3 opportunities than maybe Pollard all game. So I'm going to go with that one.
All right, how about you, Matty?
Make it 3 for 3. I'm going Boutte. I mean, Pollard, what are you chasing? He's got a terrible matchup. He's got a terrible implied total, so there doesn't seem to be like they're going to score a ton. Maybe he's, like Alan said, he's probably closest to get 10 or more likely to get the 10 points, but I might as well chase the upside and chase the offense that's starting to get rolling. And, I'm up here in New England. It is a gorgeous day here in Massachusetts. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I think I saw it was like 55 or something up there. So 55
Beautiful
and sunny. Yeah, especially for late October.
Oh, yeah.
So give me Boutte on this one, too. We'll clean sweep it. All 4 of us going to go with Boutte. Next question up here. PPR League, Mooney or Smitty? Really good one here. How about you, T-Rock? What do you got?
Devontae Smith I have as a top 10 play this week. The Philadelphia Eagles have totally flipped the script when it comes to their neutral run rate. They used to be like bottom 10, but over the last month, they're actually 6th in neutral pass rate. So I think they finally figured out that their pass catchers are going to be the way to win, because Saquon Barkley is just not putting it together after his MVP-like year last year. So definitely Devontae Smith, but with what's his face, Drake London, us getting the late news that he is out, I definitely feel like you have to play Mooney. So I would love to know who else is on his team, because I think both of them are top plays this week.
Yeah, Nick, if you got want to throw your roster into the chat here real quick, we'll pull it up as we're going. But, Matty, who you got, Mooney or Smitty?
I'm going to go with Smitty here by quite a bit. I'm with T-Rock. Got him in the top 10. It's kind of the same question you would ask yourself a couple days ago, because A.J. Brown's also out. So, I mean, the situation seems the same, and the matchup for the Eagles against the Giants seems super juicy, so I'm going to go with Smitty.
All right, Alan?
No need to belabor the point. A.J. Brown is out, right? Like, that's what I thought, too. I didn't see him in the latest round of inactives, but maybe because it was earlier in the week. Yeah, that's easy for all the reasons those guys said. That's a Smitty smash.
Yeah, you know why? Because the Eagles didn't put their inactives out till really late. That's why I didn't have him in there. But, yeah, A.J. Brown is out officially, so. I'm going to go Smitty here, too. I would love to get Mooney in. Let's see.
Are you guys Cousins believers? Like, you think Cousins still has it at this point? Like, enough to support the... Oh, okay, I see. Thumbs up.
He was dealing with a big injury last year. Like, if you watch the quarterbacks show on Netflix, like, he was dealing with some major injuries to his elbow and stuff. So that affected him a lot last year. Nick says he screwed up, started Mason in his flex, but he has Chase and Ladd already in there. So I get it why you can't start Mooney.
Also, too, if you remember what Kirk Cousins did with Mooney in the first half of last year, I mean, it was like Mooney in a lot of ways was just as productive as Drake London. So that's unfortunate. You can't put him in, though. So
we have to remember that for next year. The guy after the year after the injury, not good. 2 years after the injury, good. Like Javonte. I mean, we're seeing it. Aaron Rodgers. We're seeing it over and over again.
All right, Dynasty Barry's got one for us. A really shitty question here: Huntley or Mariota this week? So, we'll start with you, Matty. You gonna go with Huntley, or are you gonna go with Mariota?
I'm going to go with Mariota in the tougher matchup. Huntley stinks, the Bears' defense has been playing pretty good. I'm going to go with the Monday night. I'm going to use the fizzle effect, going with the last man standing on Monday. And even though Mariota doesn't seem like overtly like a strong play, he has been a good rusher. Even over his last 5 games where he's attempted 10 passes or more, he's gotten a floor of 20 rushing yards, usually in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. I think those free extra fantasy points are worth chasing.
Okay, Alan?
I'm trying to find where we are. I just found it right here on the stream. I'm trying to retweet it, so I'm very busy doing this. But yeah, Mariota, because he's getting the weaponry back, right? The 2 vets are coming
Both
back.
guys,
Debo, yeah. So that's. I mean, like I said, it's if if we like the weaponry around Huntley, we would do it, but we don't as much as the other two guys. So Mariota.
All right, and how about you, T-Rock?
Clean sweep. I don't have anything really to add. Especially, I really like that point that Allen made with getting McLaurin and Debo back. So definitely Mariota by a landslide.
Yeah, Mariota for me too. He's getting all of the weapons there. He has rushing ability. Huntley does too, but not as much as Mariota does. Mariota loves to run the ball. So, yeah, give me Mariota on Monday night as well. Flowosaurus has one. Pray for me. In a PPR league, he needs Isaiah Davis or Alan Lazard. We're going to start it off with the Jets fan, Isaiah Davis or Alan Lazard for Alan. Who you got?
I mean, Isaiah Davis probably, right? Well, I understand the questions because Alan Lazard is probably going to get what?
He should be their number one receiver this week.
Right.
Reynolds is on IR now and Wilson's out.
Exactly. So we're talking about 6 to 8 Justin Fields targets. What could go wrong, right? At least Isaiah Davis. I mean, Justin Fields, it's been well documented. You guys spend your whole life on social media. You know that that Justin Fields is more of a check down QB than you would think from a running quarterback. So for those reasons, I'll go Isaiah Davis. Also, Breece Hall was questionable with a knee playing, but what if that's like a first quarter? He's just like, I can't do this. And now we're looking at Isaiah Davis, 15, 16 touches. So let's go Davis, guys.
Okay. T-Rock, who you got?
It's Isaiah Davis, and I understand that sentiment where it's just like, if he is the wide receiver one, like they're going to have to pass. But look what happened last week with Mason Taylor. So I mean, he was supposed to be the receiver one last week, and he almost fucking blanked us. So it's just, I don't want to trust any of these pass catchers. Garrett Wilson, until he's healthy, I don't want to play anyone catching the ball from Justin.
How about you, Matty?
I do like Davis because my conspiracy, putting the tinfoil hat on, I wonder if they only are pushing Hall to be active so that he appears healthy on the trade market, and they don't really use him a ton because why would they risk him, hurting himself further, not being able to trade off him because he seems like the perfect player to trade off your roster. Running back, you got the depth, you're not winning, obviously. So I feel like Isaiah Davis is probably a stronger play. I do want to say, though, if you need a little bit of upside, I think Alan Lazard is that play. If you're chasing some points, chasing Kamani Vidal, because there is a chance that he has a little bit more volume in a PPR format. But Davis, I think if you have the Vidals, if you're not chasing the points, I think Davis is going to be a stronger play than people realize.
Yeah, I think I agree with what Matty said. Like, if you need the high upside, you need 2 touchdowns, I'm probably going to go Lazard. But if you're just looking for points, I'll probably just stick with Davis there on that one. Maybe Justin Fields could just start, punting the ball to receivers instead because he obviously can't throw it to him.
Yeah. Hey, guys, real quick, before we go to the next question, just lightning round, who's the skankiest player you're starting today? I know it's hard because you have a gazillion leagues, but skankiest player you're starting today. Go around the horn.
I have Theo Johnson at my offensive player position or my super flex. That's probably the worst one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's bad.
It's not bad on tight end.
It's not good, though. It's not good. It's bad. It's skanky.
Yeah. Honestly, I think mine is probably Isaiah Davis. So probably Isaiah Davis in a league.
Yeah, go ahead.
What you got, Alan? Mine's pretty skanky. I'm starting Van Jefferson.
Yeah.
He hasn't been terrible. He hasn't been terrible,
right? But I mean, you think of if I could go back in time, like, yo, you're gonna start Van Jefferson in 2 years. I'd be like, then stop playing fantasy.
You're right. Oh. Like 6 months ago, that would have been like a joke.
Eric would say you should orphan that fucker on that question. All right, next one here. We got pick 2 quarterbacks here for Geist: Dart, Caleb, or Mariota this week. So T-Rock, I'll start with you. You got Dart, Caleb, or Mariota. Pick 2 of them.
See where I got him. So I have Mariota at 16. I have Dart 1 spot ahead of him, and then I have Caleb 2 spots ahead of Dart. So give me Caleb and Dart, please.
Okay, Maddie.
I'm going Caleb and Dart as well. The Mariota, I kind of have pretty similar to rank the T-Rock here, but I'm a little bit higher on Caleb than T-Rock. I don't know what it is. I can't stop getting hurt by these damn Chicago Bears. Can't stop it.
Yeah. Alan, who you got?
Hey, guys, is Caleb a sneaky type of guy that could get benched in a week or two? And that with the soft benching injury thing, like if he even has a stub toe, it seems like Ben Johnson, they're winning despite him. You know what I'm saying? So I hear what you're saying, but I'm gonna go Mariota, even though he's kind of garbagey too. But Dart, man, I mean, until he fails, you got to keep pushing him in there, and then I'll go Mariota again. Back to the weaponry. I understand why Caleb would be the sound choice, though. And you shrugged, Derek. You don't think that there's any chance Caleb, like, he's at risk here? With Ben Johnson didn't draft him.
That would be wild, Alan. He said that in his first press conference, the first thing he said was, I took this job because of Caleb Williams.
Yeah. And you know how many girls I've dated because, and then I get there, I'm like, ugh. That was like you said, the first press conference. And then they extended Tyson Bagent, right? That was the next thing they did.
He does look like he's in a relationship he's unhappy with, for sure. Every week he gets more and more tired looking.
Let me come over tonight. We can hang out tomorrow too. I'll stick around.
I have a relative. I have a female cousin, let's call her, that is a total F up in life, and she's got these great kids, and they're all successful. And she's like, "See, I was a good parent." I'm like, "No, they're good kids despite your parenting. The Bears are good despite Caleb's good quarterbacking here. You know,
did all the opposite things.
Bad quarterback."
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dart and Caleb here as well. So we'll clean sweep it there, Dart and Caleb. Harvey or Spears in PPR this week. So Maddie, who you got? RJ Harvey or Tajay Spears?
I feel like there's similar situations. I'm going to go with Harvey. I'm just going to chase the bigger, output. I think this game scores a ton of fantasy points all around. So give me if I'm looking for a big break, give me the running back that could do it in the game that has a lot of chances at it.
All right, Alan.
That's my skankiest start is Harvey. I just been starting him despite getting shut out every week because I have no other choice. So because of what Maddie said, I'm hoping and praying. Give it to me with the matchup.
T-Rock?
I'm going to be going with RJ Harvey. I have him a few spots over.
I'm going to go with Spears here. Harvey just isn't doing it. Tyler Beatty has been sneaking in there and playing like the same amount of snaps. So give me Spears, who's kind of been outplaying Tony Pollard the last couple of weeks as far as snaps. And if they get behind, which they're going to be behind by about 75 points, they're going to throw the ball a little bit. So I think Spears can maybe get some dump-offs in PPR where I like him a little bit more.
Where did you guys rank Harvey in your Dynasty rest of season rankings? I didn't hear you talk about him in your show, Eric and Maddie. What did you
he was probably like in my back end of the 20s, probably somewhere like for Dynasty. I'd probably have him still. Like I still believe, but
the disappointing rookie tier. That's what I call it.
Yeah, that's he's right. He's with Caleb and those other guys. Yep.
You T-Rock, you still a believer in Harvey or no?
Especially when Dobbins does eventually go down because he can't ever stay healthy for a whole season, then I think people will change their tune on him.
Okay, fair enough.
Cool. All right, here we go. Another one. Kendrick Bourne or Chig in a 1.5 tight end premium. So, Alan, which tight end you go with here? Bourne?
Yeah, I like Bourne here. He's his arrow's pointing down, but he's still, Ricky Pearsall's out. So, give me Bourne.
All right, T-Rock.
There are 20 other tight ends I would rather play over Chig this week, even on National Tight End Day, because there is nothing more putrid, horrifying, awful to watch than the Tennessee Titans offense. So give me Bourne and anyone else over freaking Chig.
Gunnar Helm, even on his own team, right?
That's right.
Yeah, maybe. There you go. See?
Maddie, who you like here?
3 for 3, I'm going with Bourne. I mean, we're talking about soft benching. I think maybe last week we saw an actual benching. Gunnar Helm was the tight end that they used. Chig was left scoreless.
Yeah, Chig didn't have any catches at all. So, yeah, it's kind of hard to go back to him. But, yeah, go Kendrick Bourne here with Mac Jones starting again. They have the chemistry, so I'm going to go there. All right, Tiffany has one for us. Pick 2 of Henry, Barkley, Dowdle. Also pick 1 of DK or Amenor. So Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Rico Dowdle, pick 2, and then Chimere DK or Alec Amenor from the same team. So T-Rock, I'll start with you. Which 2 are you going to go with, and then the 1?
So give me Barkley and Henry. It's hard to play Rico now that Chuba Hubbard is back, and I do expect, even though Tyler Huntley is playing at QB for the Baltimore Ravens, it would be nice if Lamar was playing. I think Henry would have a better game, but now this just means that Henry is going to get him, and you just can't sit Saquon Barkley. And as far as the second question, give me Amenor.
Okay, and then Maddie?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Henry and Barkley sit Dowdle. I mean, it was probably the worst case scenario seeing Hubbard come back and get the slight lion's share of the split. That was pretty damn close to 50-50, so that's just nothing. I don't want to chase that really on a week-to-week basis. And I'm going to go with A.O. Manor. I know DK had the better week last week because he had the punt return touchdown, but A.O. Manor still out-targeted him. I think he could be a sneaky top 40 play at wide receiver this week.
All right, and Alan?
Only one of those running backs is in a timeshare, right? The other two guys are pretty much the. But by the way, Dowdle, if you look at the second half guys, after they gave Hubbard like the first crack at it, and by the way, the first crack matters. But if you look at the second half, Dowdle really out-carried him. So maybe at halftime they made that adjustment. And as far as the two Tennessee receivers, hold on one second. Let me flip this coin. Hold on. DK.
Okay. I'm going to go with Henry and Barkley as well. Just going to kind of roll with the two studs that I know can produce. And then, man, DK or Amonor is a really good one.
Want me to flip the coin for you too, Eric? Here, hold on.
Flip that, baby. Flip it.
Flip it, yeah.
Flip that, bitch.
DK.
All right, we're going with DK. I drafted a ton of DK over Amonor. So, yeah, I'm going to go with DK then. That's fine. Patty's got one here for us. 4-point passing touchdowns, Dart or Mariota, also Algier or Chuba in a PPR league. So, Matty, I'll start with you. You can go Dart or Mariota.
I'm going to go with Dart. Dart, like Alan said a little bit ago, he just has to keep playing him until he proves you wrong. He's just been doing it on all different levels, tough matchups. I mean, that game on the road in Denver last week probably scared a lot of fantasy managers, probably benched him in a ton of spots, and they regretted it because he kind of balled out. So I'm going to go back to the Dart well. And then between Algier and Chuba Hubbard, I mean, it's a lot closer, I think, than people realize, and that's probably why it's a question. I am just going to go and be a slave to the rankings, go Chuba Hubbard, who I have 4 spots higher. But I still like Algier. I think he's a solid play.
All right, now?
Why is Jackson Dart still in start-sit questions? He already did it against the Eagles. I don't know. He should be a top 10, top 12 option until he's not, right? Like I don't care what the matchup or what receivers are out. So that's the easiest one that we're going to get today. And then Algier or Chuba, man. I mean, again, I don't think there's any wrong or right answer here. At least Chuba's going to get the start again. They said Algier is more of a backup, so I'll go Chuba.
All right, and T-Rock?
Give me Dart and also give me Chuba. As far as what the coaches said last week, they said they were going to look around the league at some different timeshares like Seattle's, like Atlanta's, to know how to divvy up these touches. And they said that the reason why they wanted to give Rico the start in the second half is because they gave Chuba the start in the first half. They wanted to make it a true 50-50 as even down the line. So whoever starts the game, the other RB is going to start the second half. And they're just going to rotate every other series. So.
Yeah. I mean,
Good. I was going to say Dart is like getting you an extra touchdown a week just in rushing yards. So I'm going to go with Dart for sure there. And then I'm going to go with Algier. It's against Miami. Miami is fucking dog shit against the run. Like they are just getting gaped every week. So I'm going to go Algier here. Even though he was questionable coming into the game, I think he's still going to do pretty good this week. So give me Algier in that one. Tunchi's got one. Mooney or Chase Brown in a full PPR. Alan, who you got there?
I still want even though Mooney's probably got 10 targets off the bus today, right? Like it's in his back pocket. I'm thinking Mooney. Chase Brown finally came on, so I'll take Chase Brown here. They're playing the Jets, right? Jets defense isn't scary. I know they're all right,
T-Rock, who you got?
With the late news, because I think Chase Brown is definitely a lot better with Flacco now that he's been the starting quarterback. But I'm going to go with Mooney just because of what I remember from last year, the first 8 weeks of the season. I mean, he really clicked with Kirk Cousins. So I think between that and who are the Falcons playing?
Miami.
They're playing Miami, yeah, who doesn't have anyone on defense. Yeah, give me Mooney over Chase Brown.
All right, Matty.
This is a tough decision, but I'm going to go with Brown. I like what I saw out of him getting over 100 yards last week with Flacco, and you kind of just sparked a little idea in my head. With the late news, the late scratch of London, what if they just run the living shit out of the ball? And it's just Bijan 25 carries, Algier 18, 20 carries, and they just bludgeon this piss-poor run defense. Which, if that is the case, what if Darnell Mooney gets 6 targets? Is that still juicy enough? It might be. It definitely might be, because T-Rock's right. That connection looked good, even deep down the field last year. But I think Brown is still good enough, still high enough in my running back ranks that I'm going to go there. But if it was just a few spots lower, I think you'd have a real argument for Mooney.
Yeah, I can go either way on that, Matty. Like, I could see them running the shit out of the ball, but I can also see Kirk Cousins saying, hey, this is my shot again to start, and I'm letting this fucker rip all game long. So I think I'm going to go Mooney if I need the upside. If I just need 10, 12, 15 points, I think I go Chase Brown. So that's kind of where I'm going to lean with that one.
Clean line in the sand, Alan. We know who Tunchi likes more, me or you or T-Rock and Eric, based on who he plays.
All right, Frostbane's got one. Need one of these guys in a PPR league: Marvin Mims, Calvin Austin, or Rashid Shaheed. So, Alan, we'll start with you. Mims, Austin, or Shaheed?
Yeah, I'm going to ride Mims here. He was hot last week. They're playing Dallas, right? Denver. Yeah. Yep. So those are, Dallas has proven that they're a good opponent for fantasy. So give me Mims. Although I could see the case for playing Shaheed, I just wouldn't do it. I'm a Mims guy here off the hot week.
All right, T-Rock.
Yeah, I got Shaheed like 20 spots ahead of Mims. So I do feel bad for you, Alan. I don't know why you're a Mims guy. I don't know why you like torturing yourself with that. The guy just blanks, for 2 or 3 games.
7 targets, last week, 6 for 85, 2 touchdowns. Sometimes what happens is if it works, they go back to it, So that's the feeling. It's just riding the hot hand. But I'm not a Mims guy like I was in on him from the beginning, just in this particular case. That's all.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the best game he has, maybe, his entire year, maybe his entire career. So I don't think that's ever going to happen again. Give me Shaheed, who popped up in a report this morning saying that he might be a huge trade candidate. I know they've been saying that every damn week about different players. So I'm hoping that it's actually true with this one. Give me Shaheed.
Yeah, they said they don't want to trade either unless they get a crazy offer. So we'll see. Matty, who you got here? Are these 3?
I'm going Mims. I feel like they're similar profiles. We're looking for big plays, and we're looking for downfield action. Shaheed's got an implied total of 21.25. Meanwhile, Denver's got 26.5. The over-under is 5 points higher for the Denver Broncos-Dallas Cowboys game. For me, if you're going to just chase, a what-the-fuck type of play, chase the higher outcome. And T, you don't be talking shit about my boy Mims. He's already had a better game than last week. He had a 20-point game in week 4.
He had a 3-touchdown game last year.
Yeah, which will be his best game of his year.
Last year he finished the season with like 4 touchdowns also, right?
Yeah,
right.
He has upside.
The Bengals, I think he had 3 touchdowns last year, I remember.
Yeah, Mims is, he's again the classic veteran best ball because it's hard to predict,
Yeah. I'm going to go Calvin Austin on this one. So none of you picked Calvin Austin or even talked about him, but he's back this week. My guy, Aaron Rodgers, playing his former team against the Packers. He's going to want to stick it right up their fucking ass this week. And give me Calvin Austin, who's one of his big play guys. So, yeah, I'm going to go Calvin Austin on this one.
Respect.
I love the vibe of that. That was awesome.
Yes. Half PPR, tight end, 0.5 for tight end bonus. So 1 PPR basically for tight ends. Evan Ingram, Xavier Worthy, or Tez Johnson. So T-Rock, start with you. Ingram, Worthy, or Tez?
So I do have Xavier Worthy decently high. I have him as a top 20 play. So if I look at that, and the Chiefs, man, they look so damn good. They're 3rd in neutral pass rate. They have not really been running the ball all that much. So I could definitely see another huge blow-up game from Patrick Mahomes, who has my QB1 this week. Evan Ingram, I have as the tight end 14. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Xavier Worthy over Evan Ingram. And Tez Johnson, I have really far down.
He also said 1 for his flex. So if you had to pick 2, which 2 would you go? Sorry.
Let's do Worthy and Evan Ingram. Yeah.
Okay. And then Matty?
Yeah, I want to go Ingram here because the tight end, National Tight End Day. But I'm with T. I'm going to go Worthy. He only had 7.8 fantasy points last week, but I mean the starters came out after 3 quarters. So there's still a lot of meat left in the bone. I think Worthy's a top 15 receiver. I think he could eclipse, 15 fantasy points or even higher if he scores. So give me Worthy. And then at that point, the flex, let's roll with the National Tight End Day. Let's go with Ingram and let's chase that big point total.
All right, Alan?
There was some chatter that that Worthy got a little X'd out of the game plan because they really wanted to get Rice involved in his first week back. I expect Worthy to be back in there again. And then eyeball test, man. I like what I saw from Tez Johnson. The coaches can't ignore what they saw either. That was probably the most electric wide receiver moves after the catch we saw all year, right, guys? So you see that, you got to go back to it with all the injuries they have. I'm gonna bench Evan Ingram, who's just traditionally kind of like a bum at this point, right? I mean, he'll have games, but even with the bonus. So Tez and Worthy for me.
Yeah, I'm going to go Worthy and Ingram here for myself. I think with a little bit of bonus, I think Ingram's been playing a little bit better the last couple of weeks, and high shootout game, I think he can get in the end zone.
That's fair. The matchup stuff is smart to chase there. Yeah.
All right, here we got another one. In a deep league, start Xavier Hutchinson or Arian Smith at wide receiver 3 this week. So, Maddie, I'll start with you. I think this one's pretty easy for me. I think Hutchinson is the number 1 wide receiver on the Texans, unfortunately, with all their injuries. So I would probably lean Hutchinson, but what do you got?
Ding, ding, ding. We just found the filthiest, dirtiest starter award right here, baby. I am going to go with Xavier Hutchinson. I actually just checked my phone right now because I was in a little bit of a bidding war to get Hutchinson to fill in for Drake London, which I'll take. But Arian Smith catching a deep ball, might not be the worst thing to think about. I just don't know if any volume is going to be there. So give me the volume with Hutchinson.
All right. And Alan?
Yeah, if this guy starts Arian Smith, does he win the award? Because a lot of people are starting Hutch today, right?
True.
So if you want the award for dirtiest, filthiest, shittiest start, I should say, on this podcast, right? Go with Arian Smith. But if you want the sound fantasy football floor, I think Hutch is a good bet.
Great way to put it.
All right, T-Rock?
I do have Higgins and Knoll still ahead of Hutchinson, but I do have Hutchinson ahead of Arian Smith. So give me Hutchinson just by default.
So the Texans are one of the weirdest fucking teams in the league. Mm-hmm. Like they're playing Hutchinson and Braxton Berrios ahead of Higgins. Mm-hmm. And Jalen Knoll, he did really good last week. I think he's going to probably be their slot, but they're playing like Berrios and Hutchinson above Higgins. It makes no sense, but I'm going to go Hutchinson.
The guy wants to get fired.
Yeah, and it's Arian Smith with Justin Fields. No thanks. I'll trust CJ Stroud.
Before you move on, Eric, are any of you guys putting Christian Watson back into the lineup today, being that he's playing? I mean, it's probably limited snaps. Are you forcing him in anywhere? Do you have him anywhere? I should say.
I actually picked him up a bunch in redraft leagues this week just because he was out there. I'm not putting him in this week, but I do have him as a emergency for Matthew Golden, who got added to the injury report yesterday. So if Matthew Golden can't play for some reason, I'm going to throw Watson in.
Yeah. I mean, you think Watson's a decent bet to catch? I mean, to have 3 catches for 40 yards? I mean,
something like that.
That's currency this week,
Yeah, it is. Really is. DB's got one. Tanner Hudson, Nick Westbrook-Akine, already started Jalen Naylor all in one league. Wow.
It's like a 16-team league. What the fuck is it?
Yeah, basically. Orphan that fucker, DB. Yep, that's one of my good quotes. All right, here we go. Dalton or Fields this week. So, Maddie, I'll start with you. You're gonna go Dalton or Fields?
I'm gonna go reluctantly. We'll go with Fields. Dalton's got a tough matchup against the Bills. I could see him, in comeback mode, throwing for some yards. It's going to be a little bit too touchdown dependent. The matchup is nice for Fields, and I could see Flacco pushing the pace, so I'm going to go with Fields. But this feels a little dirty, nasty.
All right, Alan?
I mean, I don't think this is even a coin flip or anything like that. I mean, it's only one of those two guys could be QB1 on the week, and it's Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, T-Rock, who you got?
It's true.
I mean, if this was 2 years ago where Dalton came in and had a 3-touchdown game against the Seahawks, or last year, he usually does really good his first game and then just completely sputters out. But despite all that, I'm still going to go with Fields with the rushing upside. I hope that he sticks it to the owner and just has has either an amazing game or it's such a bad game he just loses on purpose just to make Woody even more pissed off at him. So, but give me Fields.
Yeah, I agree with you too. Like, I think Fields has nothing to lose today. Like, he's already got benched. So, like, go out and just play, man. So I'm probably leaning Fields here. But I think if you just need a safe guy, if you just need 15 points, it's probably Dalton, to be honest with you, because I could see him in comeback mode, throwing it to Tet and stuff. Like, we've seen the bad Fields, but I'd probably lean in Fields here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't even believe. I hear what you're saying there. Dude, Fields is still, like you said, he might be playing a little loose today because he's like, what do I have to lose? Let me go back.
I mean, I've seen Dalton come in this situation with the Panthers last year and throw for 300 yards and a couple of touchdowns, and he's tight end or quarterback, 5 on the week. So I have seen him do it. It's tougher matchup, but I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, they are 0-7. They've had nothing to lose the whole fucking season. So when are you going to get your shit together, Justin Fields?
Never. He's not any good.
I don't mean to keep derailing our flow, but we had I'm a commissioner in a high, it's a $100 league. It's not like a $20 league. It's a redraft league. We had a situation this morning, and I'll try to describe it in 20 seconds or less. You tell me what you think. So it's a super flex league. Some guy picked up Dalton on waivers this week during the Wednesday run for $30, right? And then what happened was when Tyler Huntley came online, he threw Dalton back out there, picked up Huntley for free on first come, first serve. Okay. You following so far? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. And then what happened was when he bid again on Dalton, $6, won the bid, and then, dropped some other bum, and just to play keep away. And people complained. I said, dude, it's not like the old days when someone dropped kickers and they just went on waivers. Yeah. I mean, if he's bidding on these guys, he could drop them all he wants.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
that's gamesmanship. You can never curve gamesmanship. Never.
Yeah, people complained. I said that's not even close to the line.
You should have bidded on him if you wanted him.
They did, but they didn't have any money left. So I said
their problem.
Right.
That falls under not my problem. Like,
you can never penalize effort in fantasy. We can't do. There's so much shit we can't handle. We can't have anything to do with. But there are some things we can to help with gamesmanship. You can never penalize that.
So you that's completely legit, right? That's how I ruled as the commissioner.
Yeah.
That's a great.
Yep. And
if it was just one or two guys he was doing that with, that's fine. When someone goes out there and adds and drops like a shitload of players,
right? When it looks malicious.
I have what I call an anti-cowardice. That's basically cowardly playing. So I do have a rule about that, but that doesn't really help.
Right. We got about 15 minutes left or so we got a ton of questions in the chat.
Lightning round.
Fire through them. Yep. Need one in PPR. Woody Marks, Kyle Monogany, or Bill. So, Maddie, we'll start with you. Who you got?
Give me Woody. Top 12 matchup against the San Francisco 49ers this week, and he looked good last week. They can't ignore him anymore.
All right, Alan?
Because I listen to all your podcasts. I love when you say Monogany, even though everyone else in the world says Monongai, but it's fine. It's fine.
Whatever it is.
Exactly, but I'd like when you do that. So in that case, I'm going to take Woody Marks.
You're probably like, you're an idiot, Eric. Fucking say
no,
right.
I listen to all your podcasts, so I get to hear you do it all the time, and I scream back at you, and you can't hear me because it's a podcast.
You do that too, Alan? I always scream at my podcast that I'm not on.
Of course.
I mean, Woody Marks, Stevie.
Yeah, I'm going to go Woody Marks as well. Arian Smith or Jahan Dotson with AJ Brown out. Who you got here, Alan?
With Brown out, at least Dotson's got a chance, right? Because it's
You like Dotson then?
Yeah, Dotson.
T-Rock?
Dotson. Jurassic Park. Give me Dotson.
Maddie?
Yeah, Dotson. 3 for 3.
Yeah, Dotson. 4 for 4. Jennings or Bourne here? Who do you like, T-Rock? Jawan Jennings or Kendrick Bourne, I believe.
Yeah.
T-Rock? Oh, you're muted.
Jennings. Sorry. No, I'm just talking really low. Sorry, Jennings.
Okay, good. Maddie?
I'm going to go with Bourne. Neither one of them really got a whole lot of love last week, but that was because it was the Christian McCaffrey show, so I'm going to go back to Bourne.
All right, and Alan?
Bourne seems to be Mac Jones's preferred target over the last, few, but it's flip a coin again.
Yeah,
Kittle,
last week
it's
they
National Tight End Day. So he's going to get 5.
That's right. That's the answer, yeah.
They decided to run the ball a shit ton last week, so that's why none of the receivers or tight ends really did anything last week. So I'm going to go Bourne here as well. He's had that chemistry. PPR in a guillotine league, DK Metcalf or T. Higgins. Interesting one here. Maddie, who you got? Metcalf or Higgins?
Give me DK revenge game Sunday Night Football at home. Pittsburgh Steelers. DK Metcalf.
All right, Allen, Metcalf or Higgins?
I mean, T. Higgins, man. Come on. He's a stud.
All right, and T-Rock?
Yeah, I'm going to go with T. Higgins as well. He had an amazing game with Joe Flacco, and DK still only gets like 4 or 5 targets a game. So.
Yeah, which is mind-boggling in itself. Yeah, I think I'm going to go T just because he is the second option where the Steelers are just spreading around the 17 tight ends and 2 wide receivers and like 7 fullbacks. So, yeah, let's go with T. Higgins there. Mooney or Worthy in a half PPR. Who you got there, Alan?
Oh, it's close, but I think today Mooney's the clear. It's tough. It's tough to actually bench Worthy, but like I said, Mooney is the higher projected target guy today.
All right, T-Rock.
And this is super tough. But yeah, give me. Give me.
You're not buying a house here. Make a decision.
Can you guys? Sorry, give me Mooney. Sorry, I thought you guys could hear me.
Oh, you're good.
Yep.
Maddie?
I'm going to go with Worthy. I'm going to go. I love the matchup. I'm just going to stick to my rankings. You go Worthy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Worthy as well. Give me the Monday night guy. Kendrick Bourne or Marvin Mims? T-Rock, who you got there?
Not Mims. Give me.
Maddie?
Mims.
Mims, okay. And Alan?
Yeah, I'm just riding that matchup in the hot streak, Mims.
I think I'm going to go Kendrick Bourne here as well. So, didn't really help.
Good choice.
PPR, no tight end premium. Algier, Kendrick Bourne, Jaden Higgins, or Colston Loveland. So, Alan, who you got there?
Algier, somebody, I think it was Maddie here said earlier if it was about that they could just ride him here and have 15 touches. Yeah, somebody said it. So let's go Algier. You persuaded me on the last question.
All right, T-Rock.
Was looking to see where I had Colston Loveland right outside my top 12 at tight end. I'm hoping that this is his breakout game. So just give me Loveland against the Baltimore Ravens. You can pass on.
All right, Maddie.
I am going to go with Algier. This game reminds me, remember that Falcons-Panthers game, I think it was 2 years ago around this time, where it was just, I think both running backs for the Falcons finished in the top 12. I think I could just see them absolutely just grinding out the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Dolphins are just getting smoked on the ground every week. I think I'm going to lean Algier here, too. I think he has the best chance to get a touchdown of these guys this week if I had to pick one. So, yeah, give me Algier. Fizz has one. Tight end premium day. Who's your favorite top-ranked tight end to disappoint us today? I'm going to lean Schultz. Like, I think a lot of people are in on Schultz. I think he could disappoint today, so I'd go Schultz.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to top that one. I mean, he fucking sucks, but he's still probably a top 12 play this week. So
you said top ranked, right? I mean,
one of the top ranked tight end plays today that's going to disappoint. I think Schultz is going to be a top 12 because there is nobody else.
I'll go hot takey here. I'll say Tyler Warren disappoints today as the consensus tight end one, and it's just the Jonathan Taylor type of day, and maybe even some of the backup running.
Put him on the thumbnail, Alan. You can't go.
Well,
I hope you're wrong because my tight end parlays will fucking suck.
I said hot takey when I came in with it.
Yeah. How about you, Maddie? You got one?
I'm going to put a disclaimer on this because I don't believe this is going to happen because I actually have now made him my tight end one on the week. But the writing is in the stars, guys. The answer's obvious. It's Kyle Pitts. Everything is pointing for Pitts to be the fucking man, and he's going to draw. He's just not going to handle it. So, sorry, Fizz. It ain't going to be Pitts. Actually, it might be. I must have had one.
All right. Skanky player alert. Bond, Burden, or Bourne?
I like how he spelled.
Yeah. T-Rock, who you got there? Which one are you going to pick?
Bourne.
Okay. And Maddie?
Yeah, I think T-Rock's right. I think it's Bourne.
And Alan?
That's the sound play. I'm with the crew here.
Yep, I'm with
I want it to be Burden, though. Man, I want it to be Burden.
Burden is
identity.
Yeah, Burden's the guy on that list. I was going to say can score 20 points, but we've already seen Bourne do it too. So that
Mike's got one here from us. Hunter Henry, Colston Loveland, or Jalen Knoll. Doesn't say if there's any tight end premium, but let's just assume 1.5 tight end premium. Who are you going to go with there, Maddie?
I am going to go with Colston Loveland. I'm a little bit on the same boat as T-Rock, what he just mentioned. And Jalen Noel, to me, it's so scary because of what you mentioned, E. Braxton Berrios was on the field way too much last week. If
It was
that
his
happens
first
again,
game, and he played 46%.
that's
Like,
right.
what are we doing?
So if that happens, I just give me the tight end. If we're picturing a little bit of premium here, so give me Loveland.
All right, Alan, who you got?
7 targets for Jalen Noel last week, guys. I'm a target chaser, so I'm gonna go Noel.
All right, T-Rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Loveland and just chase production that we haven't seen yet. So just pie in the sky, National Tight End Day. Let's go with Loveland.
Theoretical production.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go Hunter Henry here. I think playing against the Browns, you got Ward and those guys on the outside that are gonna probably lock up Butte and those guys. I think Henry's gonna have a big game. So give me Hunter Henry on that one.
Yeah, that's the boring good pick. I agree.
Here we go. Browns, Giants, Panthers are all 7.5 dogs. The Giants the best to cover the spread. I think absolutely yes. The Bills have never lost off of a bye under Sean McDermott, so definitely don't like the Panthers. Browns are not beating the Patriots today, so yeah, Giants.
You lay the wood though with 7 points with the Browns. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I hear what you're saying.
I think the Browns cover. I think the Browns are the most to cover. I think the Patriots can win this game, but I think they're the most to cover.
Totally.
Good defenses. This has 13-7 written all over, unfortunately.
So there's one that's been out there this week. It's been plus 49ers have been getting plus 1.5 all week. It is now plus 2.5 now.
Yeah.
Why are they losing points and they have everybody healthy and the Texans have nobody healthy? Makes no fucking sense at all. Hammer the 49ers.
I got the hand. I took them
I'm
in
hitting the
my
money
underdog
line.
parlay.
Yeah,
me
taking
too.
the
Me
money
too. Give me the
line.
plus 110. That team's been playing way better. No way. Michael
Yeah.
Murray does not have this team playing good right now. No way.
McCaffrey on his own can fucking beat them.
Houston defense gets respect somehow, I guess.
For sure.
My guy Tony's got one. Mark Andrews or Woody with a 2-point tight end premium. T-Rock, who you got? Andrews or Woody Marks?
Woody. Andrews is like him and Likely are at the bottom of my freaking tight end rankings. It's Tyler Huntley that's throwing them the ball. So,
all right, Maddie.
I'm going to go with Woody Marks here. The rushing didn't look great, but he did have 12 fantasy points. He was a top 16 running back. I'm going to chase the points. Does anyone know, does anyone have any intricate information with Huntley and Andrews? Is there a special connection? I don't have any of this numbers in front of me.
as a Ravens fan, I have never seen it, so it's fine.
Thank you, T-Rock. Thank you, T.
Yep.
Thank you.
I saw John Hansen this morning on the VSiN show giving all like a list of reasons why Andrews at plus 300 for a touchdown was a good bet. So I mean, I don't even want to repeat the so we'll see.
I'm gonna lean Andrews here just for the tight end premium alone. Like if he just gets 3 catches, like he's probably getting you to the 10 points that you need. So I'm just going to go Andrews here with that tight end premium. And I think he's got a good shot to get a touchdown. Huntley has played with him in the past. Like Huntley's been to the Pro Bowl with this team. In
Plus
this
300.
offense.
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't think it's going to be like him. I'm not expecting him to throw for 300 yards or anything crazy, but he has had success in this offense before. I don't think he's like completely shitty like he was with Miami last year. So yeah, give me Andrews.
Ran fewer routes than likely last week too.
Yeah, for sure. Like he's definitely going to factor in Helm or Bellinger this week. Who do you got there, Matty?
LMAO. I'm gonna choose that third thing he wrote in this message. No, but I think you kind of going like who knows what's going to happen. Let's go with Bellinger. I think that has a little bit more chance for points to be scored from this offense. So let's go with Bellinger.
Okay, and Alan, who you got?
Bellinger's points last week were a little fluky. At least Gunnar Helm had like an actual floor, so I'm going to take him.
Okay, and T-Rock?
I'm going to go with Bellinger. I flipped a coin in my head.
Go ahead,
without answer because I got a super quick lightning round question for you.
I'm going to go with Helm here just because he was getting the ball quite a bit last week. Bellinger, it just seems really fluky. Go ahead, Alan.
Guys, there's 5 backup quarterbacks that were third string. If you can you name who the Commanders' backup is to Mariota today? Just shout it out.
It's Josh Johnson.
Very good. How about the Jets' backup for Fields today?
Isn't it Brady Cook?
All right, I'll give you one more hard one. Anyone shout it out? Who's the Panthers' backup to Andy Dalton today?
I believe it is.
Not looking.
I think it's Mike White.
It is not. It is Hendon Hooker.
Oh, Hooker. That's right.
Oh, whoa.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so it's,
Shout out to
Yo,
Evie for
I was
knowing
gonna say,
every
super
fucking
impressive.
depth chart.
Yeah.
You're like, this is the hard one. They were all hard, Alan.
I
Yeah, I don't
agree.
even know
Well,
who's the second player you even named.
how
Brady
about
Cook
this?
is the-
Who's the
is
Brady
Brown-
Quinn? What?
Brady Cook.
Who's
And then
the
how about
Cleveland Browns back up today?
it's what's his name? The guy used to be on the Patriots. What the hell is his name?
Bailey Zappi is
There you
active
go.
over fucking Shador Sanders.
Yep.
Stupid.
And then how about the Falcons back up for Cousins today, guys? Shout that one out.
Is it? I think it's still Easton Stick.
You got it.
No, what a legend!
See?
What a fucking legend!
You ran the
Um,
table. You ran the table.
Shahid or Algier PPR league. Who we got here, Alan?
Oh, it's Algier. We've gone over this. He's got a chance for 15 touches and a touchdown.
All right, T-Rock.
Give me Shahid.
Shahid, okay. Maddie.
I am gonna go Shahid here in the PPR format. I will go with Shahid.
All right, I'm with you, Alan. We're gonna ride Algier on that one. So we did not help you at all with that one.
Good
He
luck.
has. He added Kelsey to that question. I just saw this. Yeah, you're starting
Oh,
Kelsey.
jeez.
Kelsey on tight end day. Yeah, you're starting.
Tight end
Yeah.
week, yeah, baby, tight end week.
I love how you guys
Um,
are buying into the tight end week. It's it's
I have to. I made so much money on it last year. I won $1,000 bet on that last year.
It's real, Alan. It's like the Madden curse. All right, you
I
have
believe
to
it exists. I believe it exists. For sure. Tight end day does
What's next,
exist.
Alan? You can tell me Santa isn't real or something?
I mean, you guys you're taking it seriously. I'm not sure if I'm not in on the joke or not. You know.
Bo Nix or Jackson Dart. Who you got here, T-Rock?
Blow Nix. Give me him.
Nix, okay. And then Maddie.
Next for sure. Give me that. Give me the matchup.
And then Alan.
Just the matchup. It's Knicks.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go Knicks as well. Got a couple more here. We're going to try and power through them quick. Worthy, Mooney, or Alec Pierce? I would probably lean Worthy on this one still. How about you guys?
We had this
I'll go
question,
with-
Mooney.
Yeah, we had this. Yeah, let's see if
guys
anyone
want
changes
Mooney?
their mind. Who's gonna change?
I'm gonna go with Worthy on this one just to split the difference.
Okay.
I'm going
It's
with
just too
And
close.
then let's see here. Travion Henderson or Xavier Hutchinson? I think I'm
Holy
going
fuck.
Hutchinson.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Hutchinson as well.
Hendo's the third
Awful.
running back now. That dude off the practice squad is the number 2.
They
Yeah,
don't use a second running back. It's ridiculous. How about you, Matty? You're the Patriots guy. Give us who.
Hutchinson. This is crazy. I can't.
Guys, need a redraft quarterback streamer. Flacco, Dalton, Mariota, Mac Jones. I'm going Flacco with all
Flacco.
those. Yeah, this is
Flacco.
Flacco easy, right?
yes, Flacco. But
John Stamos, one of our favorite celebrity guests that comes in every week. Start 2, full PPR, bonus for big plays. Bourne, Hollywood, or Malik Washington. I'm probably just going to lean Bourne here for the big play.
It says start 2,
I'll start
first 2 for me.
Yeah, probably the
Same.
first 2. Bourne and Hollywood.
especially since you said big play, right?
Yeah, you what? Negative A dot Malik Washington? No thanks.
Yeah, he had four catches for 0 yards in 1 week. I don't know how he did that.
That's hard to do, man.
Yeah. Who should I sit? PPR, Chase Brown, Brees Hall, Olave, or Javonte Williams? I'm sitting Brees Hall.
Yep.
Same.
T-Rock, you got Brees
I'm
Hall
s-
too?
No, I'm sitting Chase Brown.
Wow, okay.
It's fair.
Fields or Jordan Love? Playing Jordan Love. Easy.
Fields.
You're going Fields, okay. I'm going Jordan Love, easy.
I'm calling
I'm
Love by 1 spot over Fields.
Love if you're not chasing a bunch of points. If you're chasing, Herbert, McConkey, Vidal stack, then you got to go with Fields and go the upside.
What if it's 50-50, your matchup?
50-50, then I'm going to go with Love. I'm going to go with the
Okay.
safety. I'm a risk
think,
averse human.
Fields
we
can
get
break
a-
your heart. Love
I think
him.
we get a shoot. I think we get a shootout tonight between Rodgers and Love. So
That would be awesome.
That would be
let's
awesome.
See. Here we go. Devontae Smith or Achan in a half PPR league. I think I still gotta go Achan, right?
Yeah, dude, you can't bench Achan. It's like
Yeah.
the floor is high, the ceiling is even higher. It's crazy.
Yep.
Same. Yeah, you got to go H-Chan.
I'm going to go Devontae Smith.
Okay. All right. Tony's
They're-
got one. Mooney or Scary Terry. That's tough. I think I'm gonna go Mooney on this one.
I need a show me game from Terry first.
Yeah.
Exactly.
same.
Got to
Yeah.
go Mooney.
Yeah, but it still happens that they still play it on Monday too. So it's like the first 2 days. All right, last question here. Andy Dalton versus Buffalo or Fields at Cincinnati. We're going Fields, right? I think we did this one earlier.
Yep. But Fields is just in case you didn't hear, Fields is the only one of those two that can finish as the QB1.
That's correct.
Yeah, for
There
sure.
was one more question Govnick asked. He said favorite Halloween candy.
Apples with razors in them. You remember that? Maddie knows what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That was if you
have
you
your
got
parents check your candy. Have them
Right.
check your bags.
so this might be an age thing, but do you know that reference, guys? It's they used to say when we were kids that there was always a guy in the neighborhood that would stick a razor into an apple and give it to you, and it never happened. It was like the white van that would kidnap kids in your neighborhood. You never happened.
Right.
Alan, isn't it weird that like back in the day, right? All of us have these same stories that we all grew up on. We're all from different parts of the country, yet we all have the same whispers that we didn't have the internet. None of us had like the internet when we were kids, and it's crazy when that happens.
Here's another one that like happened like that. Like, what's the reason that you've always heard that they do daylight savings time?
I never heard anything about
To
that.
fuck up people's sleep, because that's all it does.
No, but what there was always a thing like it helps the farmers. It's like
That's what I was. Okay, I was gonna say that, but I thought that was the actual reason.
No,
They
it's
get
not the reason. It's
Oh
not
my, yeah, and they get an extra hour of daylight both
Right.
ways, so they
It's
help
bullshit.
the farmers.
It's bullshit.
I've lived my whole life thinking it was true that I didn't
Me
even
too.
say it. I was like, well, that's the real reason,
gonna-
obviously.
So my favorite candy, I'll probably go with Reese's, but I always hated the old people that would like drop like a nickel in your fucking bag for Halloween. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do with a nickel, dude? Come on, give me a piece of candy.
In my neighborhood, it was pennies, but yeah, nickels.
Yeah,
is big
nickel,
time.
penny, whatever it was. Yeah, but appreciate you guys. We got one more from Jay. I gotta get Jay in here. JK or Barkley? I think I'm still going Barkley. Lean Barkley.
Yeah,
That's his
Barkley.
former team.
Revenge game, right?
Yeah. But appreciate you guys tapping in. 188 of you in here on Sunday morning with no London game. Thank goodness. So appreciate everybody for tapping in. Alan, appreciate you hopping on here as always, buddy. Maddie, T-Rock, always good having you guys on. Anything to close the week here before we get out of here?
Give me a bold prediction, guys. Round the horn. Who's going to finish as the running back one this week?
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, probably. Yeah. I could see like
Or
7
Bijan.
touchdowns.
I'm going Barkley.
Barkley.
Dang.
I'm going to go
Derrick
Taylor.
Henry.
Yep, that's a good one too.
All right, so that's
No
going to be
shot.
it for this week, guys. We got a couple minutes here before games lock and all that. So appreciate everybody for tapping in. We'll be back next week. Me and Maddie will be on America's Game again this week. We're going to go over wide receivers and tight ends, so make sure you guys check that out. Fizz has all his stuff on Tuesdays with Fizz on the Vibes channel. Make sure you guys check that out. Alan he had me on Sirius XM a week ago. That was fun doing that, so make sure you guys check him out.
Our highest
on
rated
that.
episode of the year.
Yes, it was.
Nice.
Yeah, I actually got
Nice.
some followers off of that. It was nice. So
There you go.
appreciate everybody. Hit the like button and subscribe, all that stuff. If we get some more subscribers, that'll help us out tremendously. We can start doing some more things on the channel if you guys do that. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. You'll get notifications every week when we go live. So appreciate everybody, and we'll see you next week.